My God, the Almighty, the one who supposedly created the earth in which I stand. I seek the source of one would call power.
My child, power is a dangerous thing. Something so outrageously strong. Why seek something too powerful for you?
I would want to keep my mortals and peace protected like you did, and tranquility around the land.
Tranquility and peace is something hard to attain, something I barely manage. Look at the weight of the world beneath the glass-stained curtains.
But you have so much power, so many believers.
Power isn't the only thing that makes a god.
Then what made you a god? Could I be a god?
My child, you cannot be a god because you don't have what it takes to be a god.
But that makes no sense. You may have power, you may have believers, all like a cult.
You're right. You're right, we are no different, but there are boundaries between what makes an immortal and what makes a god. And those are boundaries you mustn't cross.
Why can't I cross those boundaries? There's nothing saying what would happen if I did. How do I know my body wouldn't become like yours, bleeding blood with a tinge of gold and having the ability to save or destroy all with a single breath?
You're right, we don't know. So be my devoted believer and believe. Your mortal body will break under such status. You and your kin are all I have. You are under my responsibility and under my care and under my love. I can't lose you to such divinity.
If you cherished me so much, you'd share your power and guard me from such corrupt divinity.
My child, there are some things a god cannot do.
Maybe you're just too prideful.
No, my child, I am fearful.
What are you so frightened of? You, my God, you are all-powerful, all-knowing. You're everything I am not. What is there to be frightened of?
Do you want the real answer, my child? You cannot be a god because your mind isn't able to comprehend what it takes to be a god. I could allow your body to adjust. I could give you the blood mixed with gold. I can let you cross those barriers. But I cannot control your mind that is so small that the knowledge and power of a god would shatter you internally. I am a god, yet I am not almighty. I can control everything in the universe, yet the one thing I can't control is your human mind.
A whisper, a sound in the night. There is a light that burns bright within me. A light so pure that has once been hidden, that is now trying to be set free. Free from the cycles and chains that keep us bound in psychological slavery. Always looking down, head to the ground. Hell, you don't even know your own name, let alone your own way. Patience is something that I learn every day. To be patient with oneself is to make a new way. When it feels like nothing else is, it seems so easy to keep your head down, to give your spirit away to the claws of the predator, which is our own self. Yet there is still so much sun in the sky burning bright, which clinches you each new time she rises to say, hello. All you have to do is look up. Look up and let the light shine upon your skin. Let the light remind you of who you are. Let it remind you of your true place upon the earth. See, because we were made to live up to our worth, to raise our hands up in the sky and allow the light of God to take us away from our dismay. Many have taught it, many have spoke it, not many have done it. So let the guise of victimhood wash away, for you are not your past and the future only exists today. So child, take your head up out the dirt and look up to the sky. Use your wings and let them make you fly. This is your right. Be true to yourself and you will find delight. Do not fake for another. Love yourself and your brother, and no longer will you be casted underneath the spell of iniquity. Gold is in the utterance of a word, life and death in the power of the tongue. Remember who you are, they say, and let the Spirit guide your way. For tomorrow is a new day, and the mistakes from today do not matter in the great ocean of who you truly are. So let your light shine. Let it shine because you are a star.
The plastic crinkles from the bouquet in my hands. The blooming flowers cut neatly and fresh, the most beautiful flowers for a beautiful girl. Roses. With their luscious shade of red and blossoming petals of vibrant hues. But what about the way they look defines their beauty? We choose to ignore the thorns upon their stems for the face they show to the world. So who is to say that the rose is more beautiful than the pansy, or the vibrant colors of the orchid, or the sweet delicacy of the daisy? They don't have thorns upon their stems, but it's what we've always known. Roses are the most beautiful. Everyone knows that. But when the rose finally dies, when its petals wilt and decay, only then does its beauty die too. I thought that death was considered beautiful, a farewell to the life once lived, a symbol of peace and eternal life. But only when it comes to things we cherish, right? We only cherish the lives of those who go unnamed once they're gone. Like the girl who sat in the back of the class alone, no friends to laugh with, no place to call home. She would dread entering the doors of her classes each day. Each step felt like pulling shackles around her feet, but she would rather suffer with the teases and loneliness and stay home because she lived in a house of people who might as well be strangers. When we spoke, when they argued, she felt like she had nothing. All she saw of herself were her thorns. So she crumbled up and let herself die. And nobody noticed her struggle and pain until it was too late. The notes placed around her locker read, "You were always the most beautiful girl. You had such a contagious laugh. We all love and miss you. But it's too late." I want to say sorry to her. I'm sorry nobody could see your pain. I'm sorry nobody cared. I'm sorry nobody saw your beauty. And I am so sorry that you will never see the world again. So I will bury you in a coffin of flowers to represent what they did to you. And as I place the bouquet on top of her coffin, the red roses, vibrant and luscious, unaware that her favorite flowers have always been carnations, I think of the life she could have lived if the world didn't decide to throw her away once she wilted, because they didn't realize that you decayed long before you died.
Emmy Braun is 13 now, but 7 then, short and skinny, with curls dyed red. Small gray glasses and hallway passes, he walks home alone, kicks all the rocks, and asks himself, what happens next? Bruises and blood formed by fatherly love, multiply 3 by 5, always told not to cry. Tan grass, November cold, he's now 8 years old. Dye washed out, dirty blonde hair, Saturdays at 5, and dad's not there. He asks himself, what happens next? A butterfly morphed into bloody hate, he turns 9 today. Pink confetti and birthday cake, Hallmark cards and pinkish bruises, ripping tissues and tears, the back of a man I don't know anymore. What's next? A year gone by, number 10, brushing off dad's neglect. I don't care what happens next. Another year passes by, cuts and scars, I want to die. Daddy's gone and mom don't care. The house is quiet, but he still wants silence. What happens next? And now he's 12, grades are down, he's overwhelmed. His hair is straight, his clothes are black. Dad's packing his things, tears caught in mother's screams. Emmy Bront sits alone. There is nothing that he thinks. Inside of us, a broken desert, a burning hell, a weathered house where Emmy lives, a muddy lake where Emmy swims, a broken jet that Emmy flies, a wanting for time, a book never read, a bed never made, a rusted statue, and bloody sheets, a melody pounding through his head. What happens next? 13 now, and lightly he treads, broken wings ripped through the seams, living the American struggle, blue and brown, a violent pleasure, shattered dreams, Emmy whispered and wept, hands on neck, with weighted words, emergency gun left in the drawer, handle is cold, like striking a match, empty house, emptier driveway, a written note in blue inked pen, a bullet left through his head. So 4,954 days, 43,202 seconds, 13 years, and half a day, what is next?